Welcome to Real Talk viewers. I'm your host Saieed Ali, a spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, feel free to contact us. Those of you who have properties to sell or looking for a property to buy, you can also contact us. And those of you who worked hard for your cash and you lend your friend and your family, excuse me there, and you can't get it back, feel free to contact Real Talk, that collection department, 339-1670, 238-6716, and we'll be glad to deal with the matter for you. I want to say a special good night to you viewers of Real Talk in Trinidad and Tobago, of the Caribbean and around the globe. Remember, you can view us live on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Like and share as we go live. Those of you on YouTube, TT Real Talk, subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live. Now, viewers, we have a packed program for you today. We're dealing with the current issue of the day, and I have a little crime segment today. Things that officers did in Trinidad that they're not supposed to do. So I'm giving you a little heads up. Tonight is like a Fire Friday or a Mash-up Monday. Believe me, you all will enjoy tonight's program. But as we move on tonight, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has been ordered to reconsider the report compiled by the Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago on allegations of misconduct against Chief Justice Ivor Archie. The ruling was handed down by High Court Judge Justice Kokaram at the Hall of Justice this morning. The Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago challenged the Prime Minister's decisions not to trigger impeachment proceedings against Archie under Section 37 of the Constitution. The court ruled that Rowley took irrelevant issues into consideration when he dismissed the Law Association report on allegation, such as, in his view, that the Law Association was a political tool of the opposition. So that happened today, viewers. But listen to this now. However, the Law Association was not successful in seeking to have the judge rule. Rowley overruled handling of the report was irrational and unreasonable. Archie have been dogged by claims that he attempted to sway judges into changing secret providers to the private company that employed his friend Dylan Johnson, who had been convicted of fraud. Archie was also accused of using his office to try to fast-track applications for Housing Development Corporation homes for people recommended by Johnson. Now, viewers, all these allegations are serious allegations. The Law Association tried their best to have their ruling become effective, but for somehow they were not successful in doing that. You know, a prime minister in the country have say, you know. They have say. They have more or less the final say in anything goes on in Trinidad, you know. Is yes we doing that or no we don't do it. And you can't go against the words of the prime minister in any country. Whichever countries govern under a prime minister, nobody could go against those rulings. So just to inform you, that is the power of the prime minister in a country. So if you didn't know that, you know that now. You know, it's sad that the Law Association didn't get what they wanted. They wanted justice. And the Ivor Archie have been a talk of the town since forever. Call her good night.
Right now he ain't calling.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go right ahead.
Hello?
Yes?
क्या ना? You know? ये वो आपने ना?
Oh.
Oh, you could call a Jakarta.
You know, sometimes I feel sorry to apologize for these people and them who ain't have no brains, you know. Serious, you know, callers. Sometimes I just have to apologize for these people who ain't have no brain, you know. All they know to do, ding, 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 ding. Hello? You know, sometimes I just feel sorry for them. But nevertheless, some of them like how Trinidad going. Trinidad going down, they going down too. They wouldn't try to put themselves ahead of going down, you know. They would like to go down too. I said, and whenever these callers them don't feel bad, knowing that they just be embarrassed on TV. I know what I'm going to do now. I feel we can start scanning the numbers and putting them up. I feel that's a good idea. Nevertheless, as we move on, Police Commissioner Gary Griffith has again called for changes in the law to deal more strictly with persons arrested for firearm offense. He wants all gun holders to be denied bail for 120 days. Now, you know, viewers, we have push. Real Talk have pushed for the legislations. Anybody caught with a firearm and you are a repeat offender, you will get 120 days in prison until you come before the magistrate again, and then the magistrate will decide, according to a rap sheet, if you will get bail or not. In a statement to the media, Police Commissioner also called on judges to deal with firearm offenders in a more serious way. Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith latest call comes after a Valencia man was recently fined $16,000 by the court after pleading guilty to possession of arms and ammunition. He has described this as a pat on the back and a free pass. The commissioner says over the last 9 years, there were 1,457 repeat offenders with respect to firearm offense as they were charged, got bail, and went back on the street to conduct the same offense. Now, when I heard the figures of firearm offense, related offense, is that what prompted me to push for the bill so that repeat offenders will have 120 days in prison without bail. This is what caused me to push for this bill. So some of you might be wondering, what caused Saieed to push for this gun bill? Why a man like Saieed Ali would push for this and he would get it? Is when you're talking sense and you have something very strong working with you, you just get things done. You just get things done. The commissioner also says, in Barbados, persons held with any illegal firearm are denied bail up to 24 months, and that TNT needs a similar law. Now listen to this, viewers. Now, a police officer, it don't have to be a police officer too, or it could be any member of the public, could set up an individual with a firearm. Hence the reason why I pushed for repeat offenders. You see, if you get set up one time and you end up in prison and you come back, the second time, it can't be a setup, you know, which means you have the firearm. You are the owner of a legal firearm. So once you could get set up, but second time now, that is why we push for repeat offenders of a firearm. And he is saying now that he wants a stiffer penalties. You see, I gotta tell you something, eh? It is up to the magistrate. It is up to the magistrate and the judges to use their discretions when coming to illegal firearm. Okay. Concerning the matter that the commissioner is talking about. The firearm is yours. You plead guilty. The magistrate is supposed to understand, but you pleading guilty to something that you know it is illegal. It's common sense. Yes, it's your firearm. Yes, it is illegal. And on top of that, now you're pleading guilty for it. So you have to have some sort of penalty for that. You know it is illegal. You know it's a weapon that will kill. It is used in robberies. It's common sense now for the magistrate and the judge to understand that if you are saying yes to an illegal firearm, which means you have to spend some time inside. You have to spend some time inside because you know you are telling me as a judge and as a magistrate that yes, I acknowledge this is an illegal firearm. So why it is in your position if you know it is illegal? So I would side with the Commissioner of Police here now. With the magistrate now, you need to understand this is the same bandits and them could stick you up in your driveways, in the malls, and take your car, take your wallet. They could ambush your family. So magistrate, I, Saieed Ali, from Real Talk, I'm pleading with you all. Be more serious when it comes to firearm. Every time I talk about this, about a firearm, I just always remember Ray Rupchan, the magistrate in the Rio Claro court, when he said he could have been murdered and his wife and daughter raped. Every time I talk about a firearm, I just remember that. I just remember that. So I know now that anytime an individual with a firearm end up in front of him, you will feel the blunt of the law. And I don't blame him for harsh penalties coming to illegal firearms. I don't. Because he said I could have been murdered. And he also acknowledged his wife and daughter could have been raped. So what are we doing, judges? Magistrate, what are we doing? Because they say yes, they're going to hit them a 5,000 or 10,000 fine and they're going to lay them back on the streets. It's like a man saying yes to murder. It's like a man saying yes to murder. Okay, you're going to make 10 years and you're going to come back out. Keep in mind, a family is mourning for a son and a daughter, or a mother and a father, or a brother and a sister. You see, I could tell you something, eh? Me being a Muslim, if we had some of the laws that they have in Dubai, take what I'm telling all you. If we have some of the laws that they have in Dubai, let me tell you something. Trinidadian will run scared, you know. Take what I'm telling all you. Take what Saieed Ali is telling you all. So we're switching gears a bit, viewers. We're moving on to the Agriculture Minister, Clarence Rambarat, has expressed concern over the length of time it takes to deal with agriculture land files in this country. Minister Rambarat said he was surprised over the fast response he got to his letter by Land Management Division on the construction of a stage in the sea by a party promoter. He was speaking, all I would love this, viewers. He was speaking at a lease letter distribution ceremony yesterday.
You could respond in 2 days. Then for an agriculture parcel of land, you should be able to respond in a day. Because nothing is more important than the welfare of the citizens of this country in relation to being able to have access to local food. And if you can give priority to a fete taking place in the sea, then you should give more priority to food growing on the land.
You see what I'm talking about, viewers? They give the promoter access. According to the promoter, they gave him permission to have the fete on the sea. But the people who do agriculture, the people who toiling from 5 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock in the day in the garden to work hard, to bring up their family, to sell in the market, to make a living. And I will say, and I am proud to say tonight, an honest living. They can't get lease for their land. My brother waiting years now. Years now he waiting for a 25-acre block lease to renew. And up to now is nothing. Up to now is nothing. Nada. So what I would really like now is somebody from the Ministry of Agriculture now to contact me and say, Saeed, we're willing to renew the lease. Don't feel bashful. Because the minister is saying it. He was shocked to know the length of time it taken to renew leased land for agriculturers to plant. When flood hit Trinidad, they don't do again nothing already. Now the problem is now to release the land now, to renew the lease now. There is a problem too. You see, until somebody ain't talk out, until somebody ain't stand up like a pillar, you can't get nothing done. And I am proud to say that. The Agriculture Minister lamented that in some cases, farmers are forced to wait for decades.
All I have said is have a heart. People are waiting for decades. They're dealing with serious family issues. People are dying. In the middle of a transaction, people die. The family have to go back. They have to do probate. They have to do letters of administration. They have to restart. A lot of times people call you and tell you they've lost your documents.
So you see, viewers, you heard it from the minister. You heard it from the minister. So what I am expecting now that I'm highlighting the matter on behalf of farmers in Trinidad and Tobago and those who have lease and the lease have not been renewed for decades, according to the minister, we would like somebody from the Agriculture Department to contact us. Contact us. Because I have 25 acres waiting for a lease to renew for years now. Call her good night. Go right ahead.
Breaking the law.
Hello?
I would like to ask Mr. Saeed.
I cannot understand what you are saying. So somebody from the Ministry of Agriculture, would you contact us? Contact us. You work with us and we work with you. I can even mention your name for courtesy, just for assisting. Yeah. You know when somebody's name gets mentioned on TV, they just feel nice, you know. I'm telling you. So as we move on tonight, ongoing industrial action by bus drivers attached to the Public Transport Service Corporation, that is PTSC today, affected the National School Intellectual Chutney Soca Monarch Competition. This is according to President of the National Chutney Foundation of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Vijay Ramlal Rai. He said even though the drivers were offered double rates to transport students from their school to the event, they decide not to work. How sad it is, boy? How sad. Just imagine, if you're getting $100, you're getting $200 now to drive a bus, and you still refuse. The event took place at the Queen's Park Savannah in Port of Spain. The drivers were expected to transport close to 2,000 students from various schools to spectate as well as compete. Dr. Ramlal Rai said 21 schools were affected by last-minute cancellation of some schools. Schools that were expected to send up 150 students to compete. It's sad, boy. You know, it's like, just imagine, you're a student, and you plan, hey, before I reach there, my audio guy, Navin, for a few days straight, he was up till 3 o'clock in the morning. Training student. He's also a musician. He's also the owner of a band. Was the name of the band, Navin? I can't say it. Mistake? Millennium Stars. For the last couple of weeks, after he finished here, he goes home and will teach students till 3 o'clock in the morning for this competition. And boom, just like that. Last minute cancellation for transport. How sad it is. We're going down the ladder very fast. Very, very fast. He said, Dr. Ramlal Rai says, PTSD cancelled at 3:30 p.m. yesterday, but he expressed his satisfaction to see children attend on their own. So you put 2,000 children now to reach up in Port of Spain from all over the country on their own, by whatever transport, by whatever funds they had to pay. Because I mean, when you're practicing to sing or to play an instrument for weeks, and you hear this particular date come up now, and you hear a taxi say, well, you know, we can't go again. It breaks the hearts of students. It breaks the heart. So for PTSD now to come and cancel something like this, you know, it's sad. It's like you're expecting something for Christmas morning, and when you get up, you get nothing. You know what is that? Mommy and daddy run, you know. I'm telling you, only taking it for a joke. Meanwhile, Chairman of the National Carnival Commission, Winston Gypsy Peters, said it was disappointing that all students could not attend. However, Minister of Education Anthony Garcia did not comment on the issue during his address. You see, you know one thing the minister liked to say, the education sector lies in the school bags of the children. You cannot tell me, being the education minister, that your advisors and tell you it have 2,000 students going to a chutney singing competition. You cannot tell me your advisors know that. If your advisors tell you that, send them home one time. You're in charge of students. You're in charge of education. This is music. Like nobody care nothing in Trinidad again. Nobody care nothing. If you know the buses couldn't make it, why didn't send the maxis? Send the maxis. You're paying maxis. I think plenty of them still complaining for money. Boy, I don't know, nah? But nevertheless, I will come here night after night after night, letting the country and outside Trinidad and Tobago know what Trinidad and Tobago is going through. I will let them know that, and nobody is stopping me. Call a good night.
Good night, Said. You know the reason why the bus driver didn't go? They have an outstanding negotiation, and they don't trust the Minister of Finance or the Education Minister, they always promise to resolve the issue, and they didn't do it.
Yes.
Now, if they accepted the 100% increase in pay to do this, do you believe they would have gotten the money?
I understand.
No, I believe the telltales they would have given them, say they're giving them on paper, but they would not actually receive it. So I have sympathy for it. But more importantly, what I call for, you see the effort by them trying for this chutney competition? I would like Mr. Garcia tomorrow to announce national scholarship for all of them who participate. That could be a message that we encourage in the culture. All right?
Thank you, caller. Well said. You know, but it's hard, you know. You just tell children the education comes first. Now, music is part of education. And the 2,000 students that would have been there, even though you go to support, it shows that you're interested, some form of interest in music. You know it is to study for 10 months in music and time to go to music class. Daddy says, son, you ain't going this morning. You know why is that? The minister should have a better heart than that. Okay, you understand the bus driver say they can't go. Put the maxi taxis in place. You see how we backward in Trinidad? We thinking about 2030 vision. But a simple thing as transport for children. A simple thing as transport for children. We can't put that in place as a minister, as the advisors, as the supervisors. All the big book sense all you have, and all the nice jacket and tie all you wearing. Common sense, it look like something all you have. You see, when I talk, and I do put water in my mouth, you know. You know, have some people that like to say, well, you know, I had to put water in my mouth, and I had to take a drink. Let me tell you something. So I drunk in the spirit, you know. Police are searching for a taxi driver who sexually assaulted a 16-year-old girl near a church on Monday. Police report was made in the southwestern district, the division, and the victim was taken for medical treatment. Around 3:30 p.m., the victim noted that she and another passenger boarded a white Nissan Almera driven by a slim man of African descent who appeared to be in his early 20s. She noted the driver had his car on one of his eyebrows. After the other passenger dropped out, the man drove into a dead-end road opposite a church where he sexually assaulted her. He later dropped her in front of her house and fled. Investigations are ongoing. Oh, talking about sexual assault. In Konopia, and I'm saying it loud, in Konopia, it have a 13-year-old girl who is being sexually assaulted by a 30-year-old male relative. The mother and the father knows about it. And what they're trying to do now, because of the relative is close to the family, they're trying to cover it up. But an officer called me 5:30 this morning. I was in Manzalina. And he called me and said, Saeed, I want you to highlight so and so and so and so. And I have all the facts and all the evidence. And the man started sending for me, like, what? You know, we have internet on phone these days. We have WhatsApp. So in case Miss Data didn't know, you know? Yeah, it have a Miss Data, you know, in PNM. She didn't know. She didn't know about data, being a minister. And she ran up a $50,000 bill. You become a minister. And you know nothing about data. I talk like me and how to talk. You know nothing about data. And you're a minister. Just imagine that. All you feel is joke. So to the 13 years, the 13 years old girl, if your friend or your family, all you could come and meet me, we go fix it. We go fix it. They want to cover it up. I'm going to tell you something. Rape has no cover up, you know. You see, as long as Saieed Ali have health and strength and Real Talk is running, by my sweat, it's a have no red carpet and you're raising it and anything going on underneath, you know. That was the days of when we didn't have TV. That was the days and when we did not have TV. They had that again. Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is adopting a zero-tolerance approach to persons carrying around weapons on them during Carnival period. This comes from Deputy Police Commissioner Jason Ford at the weekly media briefing this morning.
My appeal is please, 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 please leave your weapons at home. We are going to be having checkpoints coming into all the major Carnival areas. You cannot convince a police officer that you are coming to a Carnival event with a weapon to enjoy yourself. You are coming to cause harm and mayhem. And we have a zero, and I want to repeat, zero tolerance on anyone found in possession of a weapon intended for crime. We are going to take your wicket. We are going to lock you up.
Viewers, I love what he said. We are going to take your wicket. But something I did not like, as he started off, he begging the people, Allah, please, 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 don't beg them to leave their weapon home. When you see them in the crowd, one shot, one kill. What are you doing with that? Boom shot. You see, as police officers, you don't beg. You let them know one time it is against the law, and if you do abide by the law, it's X, Y, and Z. That is how Real Talk Intelligence Unit is run, you know. For those of you who don't know, you see, I work within the law. I push for certain legislations and law, which I am proud of, and I am working within that. My team is working within that. So don't feel up here, just so you know. The TGPS, however, is anticipating a safe Carnival 2020. The Deputy Police Commissioner says citizens will be seen an increase in visibility from the protective service.
We are guaranteeing that masqueraders, bystanders, spectators, business people, and other users of the road, in conducting your business over the Carnival season, you can expect to see all streets lined with police officers, supported by members of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force and other law enforcement agencies. We have about 5 levels of security that we are providing to you.
Now, DCP Ford said this does not only apply to the capital city, but throughout the country. According to him, approximately 95% of the officers would be on the ground. However, when asked about any hiccups, this is what he had to say.
You can plan your best and things can still go all right. But we have been having briefings. We had briefings up to yesterday. When we are finished here today, we are having another briefing. And the feedback that we are getting from all divisions is that all officers have committed to come out and do their best to make Carnival safe.
Now, viewers, persons of interest, Melissa Ferreira, please contact me, my dear, unless you leave the country. Time going. Time going. The interest on the bong check is rising. And also, Harun Hanif Mohammed. Friends and family of this individual, would you tell him that Saieed Ali wants to meet him concerning an outstanding balance? So, we have a call on the line. Caller, good night.
Yeah, hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
I have 2 points. First thing, on a normal, quiet day, it having a sort of killing and the police can keep us safe. For Carnival, they could do it with all these revelers and all these things happening. That's 1 point. Second thing, this officer have all this information and he sent for you and he cannot act on it. That's sounding like failure, I think. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, my friend. And thank you for viewing Real Talk. Now, viewers, at 7:35, 25 minutes to 8. Let me tell you something. I tell you tonight it was like a Fire Friday or a Mash-up Monday. Remember, I spoke to you not too long back about a farmer in the Gasparillo area who are robbed of 4 goats. Let's say the goat value a little over $12,000 to $16,000. Remember, I told you all, he went to the Gasparillo police station and made a report, and nothing came out of it. Listen this. The individual called me today. He said, Saeed, because he called me yesterday, and I told him. He said, Saeed, nothing here from the Gasparillo station. I said, okay, not a problem. Now, what I'm about to tell you all, I am not lighting up every police officer in the Gasparillo police station. Let me make it clear. I am not lighting up every police officer in the Gasparillo police station. But listen this. The guy called me yesterday. He said, Saeed, they did nothing so far. I said, okay. Go down to Gasparillo police station and ask them for the footage that you gave to them. Listen carefully, viewers. I told him to go down to the Gasparillo police station and ask them for the footage that you provided for them. The guy went down today and he asked them for the footage of the robbery that took place on his farm. Not the neighbor farm, not the police officer farm, not the mother farm, not the father farm. But on his farm that he worked hard to maintain. You know what that officer told him? I'm going to pause here. My throat's starting to get dry. I want to see what the superintendent or the senior for the Southern District, what action this officer or this senior person will take. When he went to the Gasparillo police station, the officer told him, we lost the footage. Just imagine that. The officer told the farmer that they lost the footage of the robbery. I tried to call the guy around 10 to 6. So around this time on my show, I could call him and he would tell us exactly what happened. The officer in Gasparillo police station told the guy who have the footage of the 4 individuals thieving his animals that they lost the footage. So I want to know now what's coming out of this robbery. Because the guy went, he made a statement, he made a report, and he gave them a footage. And you lost the footage. So we have 4 bandits roaming Gasparillo. And you know what's the sad part about it, callers? You know what's the sad part about it? He had a struggle with one of the guys a couple days before. And on his daughter's arm is where one of the alleged bandits chopped his daughter. So we have 4 bandits roaming in Gasparillo. While the Gasparillo police station now, the officer who's supposed to be investigating lost the video footage of the bandits thieving the animal. I want to let you understand that. So I want to see now what the senior superintendent of the Southern District going and do to this officer. What are they going to do? You lost the footage of a robbery? So if a man comes into my house and rape my wife and rape my daughter and take all my jewel and money now, and I have video footage and I drop it to all you, 2-3 months I want to tell me loss? So what am I to do now? You tell me. What am I, the victim, supposed to do? I tell all you, it have nothing hiding under no carpet, you know, and not too far, there's a drug block running. Ask me, I will tell you. Not too far, it have a drug block running. While I'm down in the Gasparillo area, I want to say good night to Mr. Fighting Steve, that is Baba Steve, and his family. I know they are locked on. All you feel that bad? Listen this. Listen this. All you feel that bad? Listen what happened to a good friend of mine, his uncle. A victim of robbery was assaulted by officers of the Grand Couva police station who responded to the scene. On Saturday, 15 February, around 1:45 a.m., a victim called 999 and reported a robbery at his home in Grand Couva. 2 officers, a police constable and a WPC, from the Grand Couva police station were dispatched by the E999 unit. Listen to this, eh? The officers allegedly accused the victim of lying that he was robbed. The officers pointed a gun at the victim's head and threatened him not to make any report about the incident to the police station. He was later asked to strip naked. I'm talking about what police officers doing. Come back to me, guys. I am telling you of what police officers are doing. The officers then made the victim to apologize. Listen to this, I'll ever love this. The officers then made the victim to apologize to the WPC for waking her up from sleeping to visit his home. Why y'all didn't stay home? Why y'all didn't go and cut grass? Or why y'all didn't join a construction company instead of going in the police force? Let me tell you something. It have nothing sweeping under no carpet with Saieed Ali, you know. Nothing like that. This incident that happened in Grand Couva is the uncle of a good friend of mine. So don't expect Saieed Ali to sweep it under the carpet and leave it right there. Now we see why the citizens, they think it hard to trust police officers. Now, well, let's see why. You go tell me, a man made an individual made a report to the station. A WPC and another individual, a police constable. All you come up on the scene. All you accusing the man of lying. All you accuse the man of lying. You made the man to strip naked. Who the hell is you? Eh? And on top of that now, you're making the man apologize for waking her up from sleeping. Why you didn't go home and sleep if you want to sleep? I want to see what senior is doing to these people. I want to see what senior officers are doing to the one in Gasparilla and to the incident in Vancouver. I tell you, this is why TNT just find it very hard to trust officers. I just work with officers, you know. I just work with seniors. I just work with WPC. I just work with constables. But when you're acting like that, you cannot be on my team, you know. You cannot be on my team, you know. Because if you are part of the problem, how the hell you could be part of the solution? And I say it without fear, you know. Allah come. Allah come. All these officers want to run down on Saeed chest. Come. See 4 of them try to run down on my son. 4 of them. 3 of them there so. That's what they did. The mother had to take care of them. I want to run down, come. Bold and brave, I just tell Allah as it is. You know why I just talk like that? Because I, Saieed Ali, they say about police officers also. I just do spiritual work. I ain't afraid to say it. You know, people they say, you go by the pundit, and you go by the imam, and you go by the pastor, and you know they're going to make a guard for you. You see, I ain't saying nothing for them to cut my show, you know. I've been very cautious of certain words. You know, Saeed, these officers, they mount a ring for we now. Nothing wrong with that. You see, the thing is, I don't take credit for something I do not do. My workers will tell you that. I do not take credit for something I don't do. So I want to know now, what type of swift justice these 2 officers from the Vancouver, the constable and the WPC, I want to know what the seniors doing. Keep in mind, is a good friend of mine, eh? Keep that in mind. And also, the farmer, down in Gasparilla, is somebody who I just deal with. You know, coming Qurbani time, we Muslims just want we goat. So Gasparilla will fall under the Southern District. So I want to see now what the senior in the San Fernando station going and do with this officer in the Gasparilla station who lost the video footage. You know that they say, plenty of people tell me, they say, Saeed, you know, it's a good to light up our police. One day you're going to need them. Well, let me bust your bubble. I just work with seniors. From quite up on top to SRPs underneath. So they have no bubble to bust. I don't deal in bubbles. If I want to play bubbles, I will buy a bubble, bubble thing for my son, and go in the porch, or go outside and watch him blow bubble. And I go run and catch it. They have no bubble in that. You cannot be a member of the protective force and taking advantage on people. You cannot be an officer and losing evidence of a robbery. Let's talk now. What I have to say? 10 minutes to call in. Let me hear you. Call her good night.
Yeah, good night.
Go right ahead.
Yes, I like what you are doing there. You lighten up. Good job. Yeah, these officers and them have to know to come better than that. Because we are senior citizens and they don't know how to talk to people. They're supposed to be talking to people in the right way. Everybody a human being. I mean, the Gasparilla station, they're supposed to do better than that. Coover, they're supposed to do better than that. You can't be doing that. There's poor people too. They're trying to survive.
Thank you, my dear. Imagine you telling the victim, he lying? He lying that he was robbed? You think I will call you for nothing? Huh? 9:30, 10:30 in the night. You feel like, you feel monkey's my father, I got to call you for nothing? Huh? You want to sleep late? You want to sleep? Not a problem. I want to see what the senior superintendent for the Southern District doing about it, because I will keep following this matter. Like I said, I am not lighting up all officers. I just work with a lot of officers, from seniors come right down. That is why I could get things done. But in the Gasparilla station, the individual. And you know where's the high? Watch me. In the Gasparilla station, the guy went and tell him, I want the footage to carry by Saieed Ali on Real Talk to show him, to see if he could get the bandits locked up. You know what the officer tell him? Saieed can't get nobody locked up. Saieed can't get nobody locked up. Let me remind you of something. Child sex offender registry was pushed by Real Talk by Saieed Ali. Anti-gang legislations was pushed by Saieed Ali of Real Talk. No bail for repeat offender of a firearm was pushed by Saieed Ali of Real Talk. Child sex offender registry was pushed by Real Talk of Saieed Ali. Something again I'm forgetting. Something again I'm forgetting. But nevertheless, these 5 or 6 legislations were pushed by Real Talk, was pushed by Saieed Ali, and it is in effect in Trinidad and Tobago presently. And you, a single officer who lost a footage of a crime, telling me I can't get nobody locked up? Let me ask you something. If you miss your paycheck, if the Ministry of Finance forget to sign your paycheck for February month, and you ain't get no paycheck, you know who down on you? Your wife down on you. No money for grocery, no money for children, no money to buy makeup, no money to go in the makeup store. On you now, no money to put gas, no money to buy your alcohol beverages, no money to go to work, and no money for the outside thing. How you going and feel? A man give you a footage of a robbery, and when he comes back to you for the footage, to tell you he taking it to put it on Real Talk, you tell him man Saieed Ali can't do nothing. I get 5 or 6 legislations up and running in Trinidad and Tobago, 2 signed by the president, that was made a bill in Trinidad and Tobago presently, and you had the guts to tell that individual who robbery footage you lost, being a delinquent and a slack officer, Saieed Ali can't get nobody locked up. Let me tell you something, partner. Let me tell you something, partner. If the senior superintendent in the San Fernando division, who's in charge of the Southern District, ain't get you suspended because of your delinquent self, the commissioner of police will get you suspended. And I want you to ask the commissioner now. Ask the commissioner now if he could suspend you. Because that individual who brought that robbery video footage to you is somebody I just deal with. It's somebody I just deal with. I tell you today was like a Fire Friday, one mash up Monday, you know. So I want to see now. I want to hear now. We're climbing the ladder from the senior superintendent. I want to see those in authority now, what they're going to do. We're talking about a footage of a robbery. I want to hear nothing about cocaine missing. I want to hear nothing about file missing. I want to hear nothing about the gun walk out the station. I want to hear nothing about the ammunition. I want to hear that, you know. I don't want to hear that. is a video footage of a crime scene. It's E99 officers battering an individual who make a report that he was robbed. And now let's strip him naked. All if I have plenty vagrant walking the street. I smile when I say that, you know. All I find so. Saieed, what kind of walk you just do? I just do spirit walk. What again? Nothing, Saieed. Spirit walk is my walk. Your walk as being an officer to assist people in need. That was your work. Viewers, we have 5 minutes left on our show tonight. Call a good night.
Hi, good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead.
Saieed, the two instances that you described here, I could believe that because I have had the experience that where you call officers for certain things at home or probably, a certain incident. And you know what they would come here with the attitude. They come in here as judge, jury, and executioner. They ain't coming to listen to hear what's going on and let the court decide. And they want to tell you, they want to put it in their way, and they come here, investigate, and take it wherever it has to go. Take the report, and then afterwards they deal with it. But the attitude they come in with is this. They need some training.
Distasteful.
Distasteful. That's the word I'm looking for. And just to stray from the point a little bit, right? I want to find out something, and I don't know if it is that you can investigate this. After the bypass road, that is where it's going to the airport there. The bypass road there are some equipment back up there for the longest while. Is that a private property? And that is on the bank of the Carnival River. And I know it belongs to a certain contractor. But whether that equipment should be there, or if they pay, or if they bought the property or whatever, because as far as I know, that is part of the Carnival River, and that is part of the reserve. So somebody has to look into that.
I know what you're talking about, Kola.
Yeah. All right. So thank you.
Thank you, my friend.
Bye.
You see, something have to be done with these officers. So we have 4 bandits roaming in Gasperlo. 4 bandits. Because of one delinquent officer who couldn't safeguard a video footage. The people in Gasperlo now will have to feel the pinch because of 4 bandits roaming the streets. Now, since I highlight the issue with the E99 officers now, I'm not blaming the whole E99, you know. I just work with E99 officers throughout Trinidad, you know. Throughout Trinidad. But we're talking about 2 officers. 2 officers. I wonder if these officers love to see striptease. Huh? It now clicking to Mala love to see striptease. Well, it's so sad. It's so sad. To my good friend, you see, when I'm making this statement, I'd like to big up my good friend who I met in Tobago, him and his lovely wife. He's the superintendent of Police Complaint Authority. How that song? That song nice? That song like a closing? It come like an ending a story? You know, story, you know. Because the man in pain right now. Viewers, we are out of time for tonight. A couple seconds left. A rerun of this program is at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Those of you who need spiritual help, 339-1670. Those of you who want to meet me, contact me at that number. You can also get me at 238-6716. Viewers, be safe. Enjoy the night. It's Thursday tomorrow. We're here tomorrow night live on Real Talk. We're making changes. We are about production. And one thing with Saieed. The public who knows Saieed will tell you that Saieed do not take credit if he do not do something. Like I said, we need to raise about $5 million to build a rape crisis center. Because since I started to talk about rape, it's been climbing. And we've been getting information. So viewers, we will continue another time. Thursday night, please God. Be safe, enjoy the night, and I will see you then.